Hi, I'm Kennedy.
I'm Hunter.
And this is our sweetheart story.
So we have been dating coming up on 5 years in April.
We met in high school. I was a freshman.
I was a sophomore.
I guess it was kind of like a click. I'm not sure exactly how to explain it, but I wasn't interested at first. I friend zoned him.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking around at lunch and I saw that he was hanging out with some of the people that I used to hang out with. So me and my old friend Reno, we actually walked up to this group of people and we were asking them for money. And Hunter was very shy. He was sitting up on this ledge and he kind of just looked at me, and I told him, I go, you really look like Slim Shady. And he kind of just shook his head and he didn't say much. He was like, yeah. And the next couple of days I noticed they were still there. And I was sitting up on the ledge one day and I asked if any of my friends wanted to take a picture, and he slid real close up next to me. I go, okay, you want to take a picture? And he's like, yeah. And I go, okay. And then later that day after lunch, him and his friend Elijah fought to get me off the wall. Hunter won. He picked me up off the wall and dropped me down, but he didn't say anything. I didn't know his name. He just walked away. So I'm like, okay, it's nice to meet you too. Later that day, I had a friend request on Instagram, and it was Hunter Carroll. And I thought, how strange. Like, who is this guy? So I accepted it, and he stalked me and liked Truth Is from weeks later. And so I did it. I'm like, okay, Truth Is, I have no clue who you are, but I mean, I guess you're cute, some freshman. And I liked his Truth Is. So he did it back to me, and say what you said.
Well, I just said that I saw you at lunch today and I thought you were cute and we should hang out sometime. And then I thought it was love at first sight, but she thought otherwise because she friend zoned me, so.
I dated his friend.
Yeah, so.
But
we just clicked ever since.
Yeah, I guess so. So that's kind of a short story on how we met. One of my favorite memories, I guess, is when we were in high school, we would always, have fun. We would seriously walk to the store and, buy candy and just laugh all the time. Like there was never a dull moment where he couldn't not make me smile. We were laughing all the time. If it was rather sitting on the couch or watching him play basketball, I was always sitting in the garage watching him play. It's something that we still do to this day, and we have a son and a family. So that's some of mine.
My favorite memory is probably like we'd always go to Juicy Ver, and I would have to do her homework for her because she would make me. And then just growing up together, I would say, and then having our son was another great memory that we've had. And I guess we've just loved each other ever since.
I guess. I don't know.
And then the day I proposed, I wasn't really gonna do it that day. I was gonna kind of do it on Christmas Day because that's when our son came home from the hospital. But I just kind of got ahead of myself and did it a couple of days before. I asked her parents, and that was really hard because that was really nerve-wracking. But I did it. And then we went to dinner, and then went to our favorite restaurant, which is Black Angus.
We went all the time when we were younger. We would always go to fancy restaurants and spend like $60, $80, and now we have a family, and it's like, well, what can we eat? Okay,
we'll go to
drive through.
And then I just asked her when we got home, and then we set up a camera so we could take a picture of me doing it, and then.
Yeah, it was one of those we didn't want anybody there, I guess.
Yeah.
So it was just us two. How did you know you were going to ask me? I want to know that.
I just knew because we're
Well, did you have a plan?
Not really.
Oh. Okay. Well, our wedding is coming up, so we're super excited about that.
Yeah.
I think one of what I'm totally looking forward to is, seeing his face walking down the aisle. He's a very emotional person.
Yeah.
So, I'm really excited to see. We're not doing a first look, so we should. I'm excited to see how he's going to react.
That's gonna be a rough, fun day, but
A rough day for you.
yeah, because I think I'll be crying more than you will, but
Probably. I think I'm most excited for pictures. So, I love pictures. I'm a sucker for pictures. So when it comes to like family pictures, I love them. I'll hang them up all throughout our house. And we have our little son in our wedding. So I think that's something that I'll really look forward to is pictures and dinner. I like food. We're a sucker for good food. So when it comes to dinner, we're excited for that. To define love, I guess, I would say just be yourself. A lot of people have came up to me and asked, how'd you guys do it? Or when me and Hunter first got together, people told me, don't get with him. He's a player, or he will leave you in 2 weeks. And I kind of that's one of the main reasons I didn't play him, but I friend zoned him. I kind of thought, well, let's see how, he treats me. And he did. He treated me really good. His friend that I was dating at the time, he would never hang out with us. So it was always just me, Hunter, and a couple other guys. And Hunter would always call me babe or his girlfriend, and I would tell him, like, stop, like, listen. And he would always try and hold my hand, and he was, I guess he played me to like him.
Yeah.
And so just the fact that thinking that he tried that hard to get me, and then now we're still here. I tell people all the time, like, if you fight, don't just give up. Like, you really have to, put your all into it.
And that's the thing. We've never truly have fought, so it's more little arguments here and there and bickering at each other. Like, we've been together forever, and that's how it's been ever since we got together.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, when we were younger, we had stupid little fights. I was jealous. I was that high school girl that, oh my gosh, what are you doing, but we had arguments here and there, but I'll never forget when we had a big one. We always had that. There's always that one big fight, and you just think to the point where I want to leave so bad, but you just can't. There's just something that's holding you back, and I think that happens in a lot of relationships, and people want to stay, but they're like, no, like, I'm just gonna leave, and it's like, you shouldn't. There's always something holding you back, and that's something you should really keep. So here we are 5 years later.
Yeah.
We didn't freak out and leave, so.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, I love you, babe.
I love you. And our wedding's coming up, so this is our sweetheart story on how we met.